Alright, today I'm going to give you guys an updated tutorial on how to buy from CNFANS. CNFANS can be a very confusing place when buying your first item, but don't worry guys, I've bought many hauls, over 20 with CNFANS and probably like 50 with PandaBuy, so I feel like I can say I know what I'm doing. Real quick, if you guys didn't know, CNFANS allows you to buy products from China, and in China they sell a lot of stuff, but mainly the R word, and honestly I don't really want to get banned, so I'm not going to say it. You guys can figure out that yourselves, literally in my name by the way. But for a quick example, I've got a pair of Jordan 1s here and also a pair of Rick Owens. Together these cost around $100, which in my opinion is a very good deal. Anyway, let's start this guide. Now the first step you will want to do is go over to my beacons. Here you'll be able to find multiple things like the CNFANS sign up link and also my spreadsheet. Now there are 3 ways to find this. The first one is if you're watching this on YouTube, which I probably presume you are. So all you have to do is just scroll down a little bit and then you'll be able to find the link. The next way is also to find it in my TikTok bio. This account here is Taj Reps. I also have another account at BMO Fitted, so please check that out. And the final way is just searching it up in Google. All you have to do is just search up Taj Reps beacons and then it should be the first link that pops up. Anyways, once you're on here, there are multiple things you'll be able to see. The most important step is signing up to CNFANS. If you're not signed up, you're not going to be able to buy anything. Just click this link. If you guys also sign up with this link, you guys get $130 worth of coupon codes, which can deduct from your shipping and just make your hauls cheaper. Now, once you're signed up, the next most important step is going on my spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are one of the easiest ways to find items. On the left here, you can see you got the name of the product. Then you've also got the link, which is what you click to be able to buy the product. And then we also have the price. See, we've literally got shoes for $50. That is pretty nuts to me. Over here, we also have big name brands. You name it, it's here. Now, the fastest way to find an item that you want on a spreadsheet is by doing Control F. Doing this, it pops up the thing in the top right. All you have to do there is search up what you want. For example, I'm just going to use Yeezy slides and then bang, it pops up with the item. Now, once you've found an item that you like, this way you click onto the link. Once you do this, it should bring you over to the CNFANS website. Now the first thing you will see is this. We've got the item on the left, which you can see what it looks like, and also multiple other photos which you can click on. Up here at the top we have the store. If you just click onto this, it brings you over to a different tab, and here's a bunch of items from the seller. Here you can see we got the product name. It's just a bunch of yap. It is not what the product is actually called. Down below a little bit lower, you also have the price. We've got the CNY on the left and also USD on the right. I think naturally it should probably have it just as CNY, so what you want to do to change it is go up to the top left where it says this. Here you can also change the language, so if you were Dutch, you can change it to that. And then you've also got all the currency options here. Just click submit once you're done. Okay, now comes to the bit where you want to select which item you're actually going to buy. So there are a bunch of different styles depending on the item. Once again, it may or may not have this. Anyways, there are some really cool colorways here. I'm going to go for this Python one. And down below, we've got the size. This is in European, so if you guys are in America or in any other part, you probably don't use this. So I'm a size 12, which is size European 46, and then from here you can pretty much tell 45 is 11, 44 is 10. We've also got woman sizes, so if you guys are a woman and you want some Margiela features, there you go. Now once you've selected your size, just tick this. If you also want to, you can change that. There's the leaving a message section. Usually I don't do anything in this, but if you guys are on a budget or have some questions, you guys can pretty much write a message. So for the people on a budget, usually what people do is make it so you don't get the shoe boxes. This decreases the price of shipping, and shipping can be a very expensive thing, by the way. Honestly, I find it kind of worth it. I haven't done it before, but this is an option. Now, once you've done all this, go down and click check agree. You can add to cart or buy now. I think add to cart is a better option if you're just going to buy a whole. Now it's added into the cart. Over here on the right, we can see we've got a bunch of icons. You want to click on the one that looks like a shopping cart. So do that, and then it brings you over to here. Okay, on this section, this is where you buy the products you want. Now to do this, there are these little squares here. All you have to do is just click them, and then they highlight and then they go down and the price adds up. So for example, if I want a pair of Margiela futures and a pair of Timberlands, I just tick these and then I can just skip a couple, tick the next one I want, and bang and bang. There is a cap of how many items you can have in your cart, but it goes up to like 350, so you'll be all right. Now real quick, on the left up the top, you can see user center, and here I've actually got some money in my balance, so it says $16. You can also top this up here, but you don't actually have to. You can buy it when you're buying your items. And in the sea of 67 items. Let's see what I can find. I'm just gonna go for a simple Arc'teryx beanie. Very cheap item, don't weigh much, very good filler item. Now I'm just gonna tick this as we said before. You can also select all if you want. That's just gonna select 67 things. Get down 4,000 buckaroonies right there. So I'm gonna tick it. I'm gonna go the yellow one. Now just click submit order. Do not prompt again. Up the top here, you just change to your destination. I'm in Australia, so I'm gonna click that. This is not important. I get a lot of people panicking, going, oh no, I just bought my item saying in America. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna do anything. Okay, here we've got all the items. Mine's only one. You can add more here if you want. I don't need to. Now scroll down a bit more. There should be a red and agree. You can also edit your cart, but I'm gonna buy now. So bang. Cool. Here we've got our balance. If you guys want to use credit card, you guys can. Sadly, CNFANS still doesn't have PayPal. I don't know if they're ever gonna add it or not, but you can use credit cards. It's fully safe. No one is gonna hack your account or anything. Now pay for order, and bang, you guys bought your first item. Now comes the very annoying bit. You guys are gonna have to wait for this item to arrive into your warehouse. Usually this takes like 3 days depending on the seller, sometimes even longer. Anyways, go over to your account. Once you've done this, scroll down and go over to orders. And here you can see the order that you've just made. I've got a bunch of other orders I have created. As you can see, they've got photos because they've arrived in the warehouse. Anyways, this one says the order is pending. Once CNFANS has found me an agent, the agent will buy the item. Then that will change to order has been bought or something like that. Then it will also update to order has been shipped. And then it will say order is arrived and stored in warehouse. And here we can see we got a pair of lost tapes. This is called a QC, which is also known as a quality control, and it's basically so you can inspect your item. And if it is bad, by the way, you guys can actually refund this. As you can see with these black lost tapes, I've still got 11 hours until I can return them, but I don't need to. These look amazing. They were $100, so this is a very expensive batch, and that's because they're Japanese denim or something like that. Okay, anyways, I've actually got 6 items in my warehouse that have all arrived, like those jeans before that I just showed you. And this isn't a couple of days later. I already have these shoes. As we showed before, you guys can find the QC once they have arrived in the warehouse. It tells you how many days they have left in storage. Mine's got 56 to 60 days, very long time. But do not keep your items in there for any longer, because if you do, these items will literally get thrown in the trash. I know, it's despicable. I'm thinking the same thing. Anyways, you can contact your agent here. This way you can try and get a refund or something. Now, another little important tip is you can see they've got the weight. With this weight, you can go over to the estimation tab in the top left and add every single one of these items weights and then estimate how much your shipping is. I'm just going to say this whole is going to be 5 kilograms. So all I do is go over here, click destination. I'm in Australia, and then do weight. It's in grams. So 5 kilograms is 5,000 grams. You do not have to do length or width or anything. That's not important. Now click calculate, and it should bang up with some of the best shipping lines and how much it will actually be. This can be a little bit off, but it's a good estimation for people that are wondering. You can also actually find the weight on the item. For example, these jeans, it weighs around 800 grams, so you can actually calculate the shipping before you even buy the items. Also, another thing, they do tell you if the QC is good or not. I had an item not long ago with a little stain on it, and they were like, do you want me to refund this? And I was like, no, it's just a stain, it's fine. But it is good. They're very thorough. They will let you know. By the way, some sellers do not offer refunds, so just keep that in mind. Now we're gonna try and ship out my haul. This is the time where you get pretty hyped, you get pumped, you know, you're like, damn, this is happening, it's gonna come. So what you do is you tick all the boxes again, bang. I'm gonna do all of them. You can also do select all. So I tick them all, and then down in the bottom right, you can see submit. You can also do rehearsal packaging, which makes your parcel cheaper, and they weigh it before or something, so it's more accurate. But this does take an extra like 4 days or something, so I don't really do it. Anyways, click submit. Now that's where you add your address once you've clicked submit. I have to blur mine out. Anyway, here's my address. This way you guys want to put your information. Scroll down. Now you can remove packaging like before. This is where I said you can get rid of shoe boxes and stuff like that. You can also do it for individual items if you want. I don't need to. By the way, make sure this information is correct. Go over it like 5 times. You do not want that messed up. Otherwise, you will not get your haul. Now for package details, here you can get protection and things like that. This is a QC photo. This is free, obviously. Now, if your haul is massive, I'd recommend to get vacuuming. This is pretty much a giant vacuum seal bag to chuck all your clothes in. And this usually prevents customs from opening up your parcel, because if they open up your parcel, then you get seized. But that doesn't always happen, actually. It depends, really. Personally, I don't do them anymore. Now, this is where you choose your shipping line. I've just come into a problem, and that is my haul is too big, so I'm gonna actually have to split this up. This is annoying, but I guess we just have to move. Anyways, 1 second. Splitting it up is sort of a rule. If you go over 10 kilograms, then you should split your haul into two, because customs are more likely to seize your haul if your haul is over 10 kilograms. Anyways, I'm just gonna do these pants, these shoes, bang, submit. So I've halved it. Now I've got all the options for the shipping lines. I live in Australia. I don't know about other countries, but for my homies in Aussie, the best shipping lines are EMS 60 and EEMS. EEMS is more expensive and it's faster actually, even though it says 10 to 20 days. So do that and submit parcel. I'm declaring this very important thing. This just names the price of the items in your parcel. CNFANS don't do this for you. If you want to do a custom declare, you can. All you have to do is times the weight by 12. So if my haul is 5 kilograms, I just do 5 by 12. The next thing is buying insurance. Please just buy insurance. It's legit like $9. If you lose your haul, then you get your money back. So much more worth it. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't do it. By the way, getting seized is very rare. I've bought many hauls and it's never happened to me. It's become a bit more common in America, so rip, and Canada as well, so sucks for you guys. Now all you have to do is click submit and you've just bought your first haul. Or you've also got to pay for it, which I can't do right now. So anyways, once you've paid for your order, all you have to do is go to my account and go over to parcels. In parcels, you'll be able to see your hauls. It's been submitted. It says parcel weight to pay. For example, with other ones, it's got the weight, it's got the volume, it's got the money. It also gives you QC photos of the haul with the items, which is cool to see your haul getting packaged up and leaving. And throughout your delivery, they will also give you updates. But if you guys would like to track your haul, all you have to do is just click on it, and then it should be able to give you your parcel number and also tracking number, and it gives you a bunch of updates. And if you scroll down, you can also see the items you bought and also the QC photos if you like these pretty lit joggers. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up this video. It's been a bit of an effort to make. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, stay tuned. I'm going to be trying to make more YouTube videos more recently and more regular. Peace out. Bye.